squirrel killer here, quickly running over everything that happened between episodes, expanded the quarry, made the house look pretty, set up this for cooking. I've also fixed a couple bugs. I do not believe I've actually caused any major changes. I had to replace my armor because things went horrible. And like really horrible. I fell in lava in the nether. And the quarry's still running. We got some tin. And today we are saying screw it to this system. These basic coils right now aren't running. All the work we put into this, I'm thinking about just tearing out. I can repurpose these blocks elsewhere, don't worry. It won't be the first or the last time I tear apart a build to upgrade. The current system is actually looking like we're going to be swapping these out for fluid-based cart transport. So we're going to be swapping this out for a tank cart and all of that. I feel like that would be the most interesting way to do this. And you're like, well, a tank cart, what do you mean? Short version. Oh, I also changed this around. There's a bunch of redstone here. I'm going to want this because I'm going to the nether. I'm going to want this because I'm going to the nether. Want capacities that do that. These grants to me. This because I'm going to the nether. You have no idea how much stuff. I started farming witchery stuff. I've added things. I sat around. I mined a whole bunch of obsidian from a lava pool I found underground. And just dug out an unnecessary amount of obsidian. We bunch of organization. That's all the obsidian I have left. We might use that solium to make some upgraded tools soon. I don't know. I will need to make some big checks to make sure they work how I want. So everything now has 5 times the storage. Rather than 16 stacks, or whatever they held before, or no, they held 32 stacks before a piece. Well, now they right to 32. How about 160 stacks? To me, that sounds like more than enough. I was actually having things fill up and need to void, so like look at this. I'm voiding cobble already. This is pumping out coal. All of the coal I have is more or less being sent through there. I have very little coal left over. These got upgraded, and this is what actually started the upgrade. This got full, I believe it was. This, maybe it was this. One of these was actually full, or getting close to full, and I realized that that was going to be a problem when it happened, so I jumped on it. Yes, it's been quite a fun time. We now have better food. We are actually going through the efforts required. Ice cream is probably going to be one of our main food sources for the next little while. This will be providing us with things like leather and such. I'm doing it by putting grain bait, which is very cheap, grown over here. I have now it's 3 cotton, 3 soy, and 3 wheat. This is mandrake, snowbell, water artichoke, belladonna, garlic, and wolfsbane. Chances are, not going to use most of that. That's a 64 by 64 quarry, and a 64 by 64 quarry, by the way, does not mine a 64 by 64 big area. It actually only mines a 62 area because you have to subtract 2 because the way the borders work. So a 62 by 62 block quarry. If you can't understand how this system is working, which is it working? Everything's rendering funny. Oh god. Oh god. No, water's getting down here. That was purely a render bug. Okay. I don't know if I ever explained this, but we actually get a lot of fish, and it's because of this thing down here. That's actually been there for a while. I've been getting things such as, water supplies and that out of that for quite a long time now. I've been getting slime balls. That's why I set up, because it can give us jellyfish that can give us slime balls. I rearranged this setup. I think you've seen this actually a long time ago. I'll need to make up another batch of solarium to deal with those two nuggets. Solarium is made by the nugget. The redstone here, because I feel like I should show you. Here is all the redstone you can. Okay, so what happens? There's a little bit of dust that goes into here. On top of that is a torch which pushes this out. This It's a sticky piston there, and this is a full cauldron. This is a sticky piston with some stone. There's a redstone repeater there, a comparator there related to this. This is not my design. This is a redstone repeater on one tick, I do believe. This one here's at 2 ticks. This is a dispenser with the flint and steel. There's some dust there. There's some dust going around up there. There's a repeater here. This is all actually designed to be hidden behind a 2x2 one. As I said, it's not my design. I didn't design this. There are certain things where I will never take the time to design one of my own, because I know they have been done by so many people so many times that it is not worth me coming up with a worse design. Because then I might see someone's design and improve it. If I know how to make something, and all I need to do is double check how gates are done, that's probably the most I'll ever look up is a gate if I'm not looking up in it. We're getting a chunk loader. We're getting we got some redstone engines, a pump, a ender tank, and chunk loader. And 2 levers. And there's a reason for this. We need lava. Why do we need lava? Because lava can be used for smelting. Let's take this. I have dug in every direction. Ever. Like, yes, there we go. If you look, you can see all these. You can see how close I record some of these to each other at times. Oh, I don't need so many death. Let's alter that. Waypoints. Wait. Death waypoint. I think it's under here. I don't know. This is probably the one and the only one wide tunnel I had through this, and that's because all I had was a pickaxe, which I actually destroyed completely in the process of this, and end up punching my way through after I accidentally dropped. So what happened here, by the way, how this was made, is I told I told A I told my minions to dig a mine shaft. Once I could see on my map, I was over lava. There's some rendering bugs. That's not at all abusable. Yep, all within one chunk. Some people do that, I do that. This thing will expand the loading area. That's funky to look at. I would actually report that to Chicken Bone because last I heard he was MIA. So we're quite a ways up. Quite a way. Oh my god, am I nervous up here? But I need to. Yeah, okay, so it is going down. That's perfect. That's all I need to. I can't hear anything, by the way. The audio isn't working correctly, so I will need to do that. I'll probably make a cutaway in a moment to feel. Alright, option. Like, I can't hear anything. I don't know if there's a ghast around or what. Without looking at my map. So, yes, this here is done. Initially, I was going to do this with minecarts and that, just with railcraft without teleporting things around or looking into teleporting pipes. So additional pipes, which is the mod I need, is not working for some reason. I don't see the issue. I could probably find a way to update it, but it is just not wanting to work. I was not going to fight with it. So we could do that. Now then, fluid loader and unloader. We need detector tank. Now I need 5 of those. And that's not enough to make 5, is it? Enough to make 4. That's enough to make another. Oh. Are these not locked? Interesting. I locked those when I added them. Anyhow. So white is our ender tank. That's pretty standard for me. I find that I don't ever white is always a safe lava ender tank color, believe it or not. And then what we do here is Now then, let's see here. Yes, this is 5. Awesome. We need a bunch of glass. Building. I don't have any of those. Now then, fluid loader. I need one of those to a partner. Boom. Great, I'm remembering this correctly. 4. Then we do that. Then one fluid loader and 4 unloaders. Let's see. I need a tank cart, which is one of those. Just 4 iron plates. This will require me to go into my workroom. Crank this thing up nice and high. There we go. This is making me nervous where it is. That. Okay, 8. No, here, let's boom, boom. Yeah, this doesn't have any fuel in it right now because I haven't fueled it in a while. When I need to double a bunch of ores. Da, 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 da. Wow, mashing these with your feet is brutal. That's the book with that. 2. Okay, so that's 1. 4, 6 for 1, 2, 3. So each of those takes about 6 ingots, I believe. Here, let's just see what I get. Yeah, I need another 6 ingots. Round up. Nice part is I can actually wind up an engine. I'm just going to do it this way this time around. It's too fast. The nice thing is eventually we can get through this, which I have. I just can't. I don't have the infrastructure required to run the uh, the kinetic model yet. The kinetic model is actually really cool. There we go. So yes, the kinetic model for this kind of stuff. It would load. Mm-hmm. Food unloader, food unloader, food unloader, food unloader. The kinetic model for basically everything when you go through BuildCraft editions, which is what we're using for all this melting and that, works off a really neat concept. There we go. That now it's rather than this pulling, this is now pushing, which is faster. That pulling. Okay, and then we need a crowbar. We'll eat some ice cream. We're also carrying around scrambled eggs. That seems like a totally healthy diet, and actually kind of scary how close it is to my real diet now that I think about it. Right. This one I'll fill up with 32 buckets. Each of these holds 32 buckets. Wow. That's kind of terrifying. Yeah, these all need to be moved over to immediate. $32 buckets. That sounds like the... Wow, I don't even know how much that actually really turns into. That means you actually gotta make 2 passes around for this stuff. And that is so much faster than what was being used before. Yeah, this will take a bit of time building, however. Just a tiny bit. Once one of these is running, however. We'll get a bunch of ores handled in here now. This will greatly increase my ability to process materials. Okay, so how are we for time? Yeah, we're gonna end it there, I think. I do have some plans. I've been looking at ideas for starting up with. Well, we're doing pretty good on these actually. We've got a bunch of others than that. I've been looking at what it's gonna take to get started. That cow, because sometimes I need milk. We're gonna get started on what was I gonna get started on next? Oh, this. We started on this, and I've decided I actually want to move this. I think what I'm gonna do is, we might just jump into what it's gonna take to do witchery. Witchery is always an interesting mod to get started with, in my opinion. Got a lot of cool things early on, and the sooner I can kind of get access to some of its little features, the sooner I can start speeding a bunch of things along. Like, this thing has been offline for a while, and you knock this thing offline, and well, I've considered making this totally distributed, but I've decided not to. Look at that. I'm gonna go all the way around. Time it gets back here, it's likely going to need to add to this one. That's each of these is 32 buckets. Plus each of these holds 3 buckets, so 35 buckets per one of these in the buffer. That's just buffer energy at this point. Wow, this is going through a lot of fuel. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not going, oh yeah, let's make lava a long-term power supply like I've done 1,000 times before, because I don't actually have that option. But wow, does lava seem unsustainable? Have the option to make anything here? Yes, I do. What am I missing? I think I can do that with. Nope. No, what snowballs. That's right. I'd actually have to go click. No. One snowball. That sounds useless. Yeah, we might do some witchery next time around. Witchery is currently an option. It's probably the most in-depth thing we are going to see that's not going to be BuildCraft, Forestry, or well, it's the only other mod that really offers much in the line of content, isn't it? We're really just sticking to BuildCrafted Suite and Witchery because, and part of the goal, and that's more or less because I'm going to just want to play around with some of the things from Witchery. I knew I was going to need variety, and I'm already starting to feel the need for the variety. Yeah, here we go. We'll do that, and then we'll. So, thank you all for watching. I've been Brooker, and bye bye.